morning students. I hope you all are doing well at your places and taking the utmost care of yourself. So let's start today's video lecture. In previous video lecture we have learned about chapter number 2, what is around us. Okay, in that part we discussed about the previous two spheres like lithosphere and hydrosphere. Now we are moving further and we will discuss about atmosphere and biosphere. So let's start first of all with the atmosphere. Students, what is the meaning of atmosphere? Okay, in previous standard we have learned one simple definition that the blanket-like structure around the earth is called atmosphere, and atmosphere is containing the gases. Okay, so in this part, like in standard 8, we will discuss in detail just about the atmosphere. So first of all, atmosphere is having a height of 1600 km from the earth's surface, like in its atmosphere is extended to 1600 km from the earth's surface. Okay, atmosphere cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Okay, we can just feel it. We cannot see the atmosphere like lithosphere and hydrosphere. Atmosphere is odorless, colorless, and transparent. That's why we can see through it. Okay, in atmosphere there are many gases are comprises like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, then different types of gases are there. Also with the gases there are dust particles, smoke, salt, microorganisms, and also we can include pollen grains. Okay, so these things are in atmosphere. Atmosphere is made up of different gases. So let's discuss about the proportion of that gases. So first of all, atmosphere is having 78% nitrogen. Okay, then 21% of oxygen, and only 1% other gases are there. Okay, is it clear? This is the composition of gases in our atmosphere. Now let's discuss more. What is the main importance of atmosphere on the earth? Okay, so let's discuss. The atmosphere is a surrounding structure around the earth. So the main feature of atmosphere is that they filter the sun ray, the temperature of sun ray, and they are just passing those temperature of sun ray that we can bear, like that living things can bear. Other amount of heat or sun rays are reflected by the atmosphere. This is the main reason on moon at daytime there is a temperature of 150 degrees Celsius and at night time minus 150 degrees Celsius. Why? Because see, atmosphere just allows to enter the heat in the earth, but it does not allow to heat to pass out from the earth. So it is like a trap. It conserves the heat, and that's why we can live at night as well. By this trap the heat, we can spend our night, and that's why the earth doesn't get freeze at night just as moon. Okay, now there is also one layer in atmosphere, and that is known as ozone layer. This ozone layer protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun rays. Okay, these ultraviolet ray can burn your screen, as well as we can have the eye problems. Okay, so that's why this is very important layer for us. Ozone layer, if you want to take ozone, so you have to, these gases are present in abundant form in the morning at the open ground and near the sea coast. Okay, so this is about ozone, and this is the main feature of the atmosphere. Now, as we move upwards, the density of air gets decreases, and that's why the mountaineers carrying the oxygen cylinder with them, because at the height they may have breathing problem. That's why for a backup planning they are carrying the oxygen cylinder with them. Okay, now nitrogen and oxygen, these two gases are most important because oxygen supports life. by consuming oxygen, every living organism on the earth can survive, they can live through the oxygen, and nitrogen reduces the density of oxygen. Nitrogen is also useful, but that we cannot consume directly. How we are consuming that? By pulses, because of the rhizobium bacteria. The rhizobium bacteria converts the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil nitrogen, and by growing these, growing the pulses from that soil, we can, after consuming that pulses, we can get the nitrogen, and nitrogen is very useful for our physical growth. In atmosphere, the water vapor, the moisture is very important. Now, how the water vapor goes into the atmosphere? So you know very well about the evaporation. When the water heats up, it converts into the steam, and when the steam rises up in the atmosphere, it is considered as a moisture. And then these moisture cool down by the condensation process. Condensation process, that means the something is cooled down. So when after the condensed these moisture that falls on the earth in the form of dew, fog, hail, snow, and sometimes most of the times precipitation. Precipitation, that means a rainfall. Okay, so evaporation is also necessary, as well as the atmosphere is very necessary for the rainfall, because rain is the main important sources of water on the earth, and the atmosphere helps us for rainfall. Okay, now by atmosphere changes, the changes in the atmosphere can directly affect the human health, okay, and human lifestyle. We are wearing clothes according to the atmosphere, we are having our food according to atmosphere, we are doing economic activities according to the atmosphere. Okay, so these much are importance of atmosphere. And last, one more thing. Right now the technology has been developed on the base of internet. So how this internet work? So the internet work on the frequency. Yes, because many of the people are saying that the network is working or not. So the network is working on the frequency, and that frequency travel just because of atmosphere, because atmosphere allows to travel the frequency in the air, and that's why radio as well as the live telecast is possible. And last, one more thing, we can hear the sound just because of atmosphere, because the sound waves can travel only in the atmosphere. But that means where there is no air, we cannot hear anything, like underwater. Underwater we cannot speak, as well as we cannot listen anything. Okay, so this is atmosphere. Okay, now we will discuss about the biosphere. I think this is messed up. Let's unclear it. Now biosphere. In biosphere is mainly the combination of lithosphere, then hydrosphere and atmosphere. And only the biosphere is the place where living things can survive, like life supporting. Okay, biosphere is the only sphere where life system supports, because in this sphere we are having a combination of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. The biosphere can divide into two types, which are the living things and non-living things. Okay, so in living thing we can consider bacteria, microorganisms, animals, then human beings. Okay, and in non-living things we can bifurcate two things, like natural or human made. So in nature we can say that the water, soil, then mountains, these things are non-living things. Okay, and natural non-living things, and whatever we have made, like whatever we have created, it is considered a man-made non-living thing. Okay, so by combination of these things we can live on the earth, and our earth is the only planet on the solar system which is having biosphere. By biosphere we can get the food from the vegetation as well as the animals, and also we can get the water from the hydrosphere and the breathing gas from the atmosphere. So this is it about the biosphere and atmosphere. Now let's discuss about the conclusion. See, as day by day, as we are growing up, our greed is also developing, and to complete our greed, to fulfill our requirements, we are imbalancing the nature by disturbing it. Right now, you know very well that the population is growing much, and that's why we are expanding our city. So expanding our cities to remote areas, and for the same, we are cutting many of the forests recklessly without any kind of taking measures. So this thing should be stopped. Also, we are wasting the water resources, and we are releasing most of the toxic gases in the atmosphere. So by these things we are polluting our nature, and we the only one who will pay for it. If we will not, then future generation will surely pay for it. Okay, so it is the time, we are on the alarming state that we need to stop now, otherwise we will not be able to keep this lifestyle for the future generations. Okay, so this is it about this chapter. In this chapter we have discussed about all the four spheres: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Okay, if you have any kind of doubt regarding the explanation, you can ask me in the live session, and I will also share the PDF for the same. Okay, so till then, have a great day, take care and bye everyone.